Hey everyone, happy Sunday. I hope wherever you are in the world and whatever you are doing, your day is a good one. I have a topic that I'd like to discuss with you today, and it's kind of similar to one we've talked about in the past. In the past, we talked about car share schemes and multimodal schemes. Now I want to ask you direct questions about why you don't partake in car share schemes, why you don't take part in bicycle share schemes or some other city-based mobility scheme. Now, obviously, I'm assuming most of you live in the city. I know some of you don't. I mean, I'm soon going to not live in a city. But for many people living in major cities today, there are scooter share services, there are bicycle share services, there are car share services, there are all of these other modes of transport. And there are some cities around the world where these programs have really been embraced. So New York, obviously, car ownership in New York is really low. And so people do tend to embrace these sharing services, multimodal transport, a lot more. Same for London. I think in San Francisco, the sharing economy seems to be quite popular, partly because it's really expensive to own a car in San Francisco. But if you go to other cities around the world, car ownership is still considered to be king. And it got me thinking about it this week because I drove to my office, I parked outside my office, and my office actually has free parking outside of it. Except if I move during the day, then it's very difficult for me to get that parking space back because somebody else jumps into it, and then I have to end up parking a long way away from my office, and then I have to get across town. So what I did yesterday, I went out with lunch. I went out to lunch, not with lunch. I went out to lunch yesterday with a colleague, a former colleague of mine, and we agreed to meet somewhere about 1.5 miles away from the studio. Rather than drive there, I just opened up my cell phone and I found a bike through the Bike Town project that's here in Portland. I rented a bicycle, literally cost me $1, and it took me 10 minutes to get across town. And then after I'd had my meal, I rented another bicycle and I rode back to my studio. And that was it. That was the quickest solution for me. Much better than a Lyft, much better than an Uber. But people still are reticent to jump in and use those services. And I want to know what your personal experiences of them are and maybe why you are not using them as perhaps you could. Do they exist in your town? Are they too costly? Are you worried about being hit if you're on a bicycle? Are you worried about the weather? Do you worry about sharing somebody else's vehicle? Is it just a whole lot of hassle you're not prepared to engage in? Let me know in the comments below. As usual, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Buy something from our shop. We've got a new swag shop open now, which is fantastic. And I will be back next week with more content. I am in India for the next few days, so the next couple of videos are going to be a little bit different to normal, but I hope you'll enjoy them. We've got some great things lined up for you. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Keep evolving.